Yeah, good morning to one and all. This is BSR. Uh, this is the video in which we can discuss certain subtopics that are there in 14th lesson, nationalist movement, India, partition and independence. Today's subtopic is popular upsurge in 1946 and 48, followed by partition and migration, and small some other subtopics can be discussed. First one is day by day the situation was very bad in India during British rule, and popular movements are taking place. Large number of people used to come out and article strikes and demonstrations. Most of the sections, every section of society now came out with a big movement, came out with a big inspiration, and they came out. They started roaring here and there, and even students, followed by workers, and even people who are there in army, navy, defense, and everywhere, even peasants, and everybody now at the kind of revolution, right? So first thing is talking about 46, 48 upsurge. I think that is about the period of World War II. During 46, India, I think you know very well, after World Wars, every country can face certain problems. Particularly talking about India, Britishers away from the problems of Indians. Indians were not able to get anything, and food shortage is there. At the same time, rationing of food and hoarding, black marketing, prices increased. Wherever you go, people with starvation suffering a lot. People who lost their life, many people due to lack of food, and things are worse. Wherever you go, anger and frustration that's there among the people. So my point is here, Britishers even after World War II should take immediate steps towards the people and their problems. But Britishers are away from this, and then Indians are simply left over. During that period, there are many revolutionary movements started in India. The first movement led by, when talking about this army, Royal Indian Navy in Mumbai. So they started a strike, hunger strike, 1946 February, because there are two important demands that could be seen from these people. Royal Indian Navy went on strike because bad behavior of the people and bad food that is being given to these people. Bad food and officials and their behavior to get a kind of the what you call this good food, and see even the treatment between the white soldiers and the black Indian soldiers was completely wrong. So the treatment, the way how treatment that is there towards white soldiers and Indian soldiers, that is to be, that kind of humiliation, that kind of treatment is to be stopped. At the same time, food is to be given properly, and even officials should treat them in a positive manner. These are the demands of this navy. And when once these people started movement from Mumbai, it was spread to many other places. So many places this navy came out, and they used to take up a tricolor flag and crescent, and followed by hammer and sickle and all. These are the symbols of various organizations and unions, and they came out collectively. They came out and they started. It was spread to most of the places. A particular committee was formed, the Naval Central Strike Committee. MS Khan became the head of this committee, and the demand for better food, and at the same time equal pay that is to be given for the Indian soldiers and as well as white soldiers. One more demand can be seen, the withdrawal of the Indian troops from Indonesia. At the same time, one more important demand from these people from Indian Navy, prisoners of wars, prisoners over there in the jails must be released. This is the way how these people, 78 ships and 20 shore establishments, 20,000 ratings participate in this area. Wherever you go, there is a great support from Hindus and Muslims. Most of the people from Hindu community and this Muslim community came out onto the street, and they, wherever you go, kind of strike and articles and demonstrations. And they fought with policemen, and their things are worse, right? Around 22.3 million workers in various factories came out, and now they are not working. They told that they don't want to work, and that street strikes and where we go hartals continued for 2 to 3 days. At the same time, most of the factories closed, and 46 situation was very very bad. And even CPI, Communist Party of India, and even some other parties like Socialist Party, all these organizations also actually participated in this meeting, in these strikes. During this period in West Bengal, poor peasants fought against zamindars and landlords because of the share that is being given. A very low share of harvesting is given to the peasants. So now they are asking more share in the of what are the good that is produced. So the demanding for more share. That is Tebaga movement started by West Bengal peasants. Tebaga movement. In Hyderabad also, most of these peasants organized into unions, and they started a kind of movement against Doras, against Rajakars. Their aim is to protect themselves, protect the laborers, protect the peasants from the Jamindars and Rajakars. A kind of big movement was going on here also. Hyderabad is center for that. Opposed landlords, and even they took land from the landlords also. So peasant movements can be seen in West Bengal and in Hyderabad. Even in Kerala also we can see. There are large number of people in peasants and small peasants and laborers came out, and they started fighting against landlord. Wherever you go, you can see the situation. It's a bad situation throughout the country, where people protested and fought against policemen, officials, and everything. This is the situation at the time. Indian government, British government would like to give independence to India. That's why they sent 3 members committee to India, and that is 1946 in the month of March 1946. 3 members committee came to India and talked to the National Congress and Muslim League, and they suggested by moving toward the country, they suggested that three-tier confederation must be given, but it was rejected by Muslim League and as well as INC later. Unfortunately, three-tier confederation in the sense, and Bengali region will be a separate region, and Pakistan region will be a separate region, and India will be a separate region. 3 confederations will be under the single government. So this is about the way this three-tier confederation was announced, but it was rejected by Muslim League and as well as ANC. So that's why Muslim League announced Direct Action Day on 16th August, unfortunately, Direct Action Day, and asked the Muslim people go and talk to the people, and the violence was there everywhere. So at the time, 1947, Mountbatten became the viceroy, nothing but Governor General, and he came out with a proposal. So that's India will be a free India, and we're going to get independence. But unfortunately, India is going to be divided into two countries. One is East Pakistan and West Pakistan. That is about one country, and India is another country. So Pakistan got independence 14th August 1947, and the next day, and India got independence. So see that India was divided into Pakistan and India, unfortunately. But it was unfortunate during this partition, a kind of confusion, frustration, and kind of problem that's there. Muslims who are there in India started moving towards Pakistan, and Hindus who are there nearby the boundary areas moved towards India. And these people, lakhs of people, millions of people moved from Pakistan to India, India to Pakistan. Unfortunately, so many people, they don't know what is going on, what happened, what is happening, and why these people are moving. There, large number of people don't know even. So in this process, some people are felt anger and angry against other communities, and these things are going on. 1.5 crore Hindus and Muslims were replaced, and they moved from one place to another place. Unfortunately, most of the people were killed. looted, properties were looted, houses were burnt, around 5 lakhs people killed in this process. Unfortunately, a kind of country that we got, a kind of independence that we got, independence with murder, with bloodshed. That's unfortunate. This is not the independence that we expected. A peace and a freedom, a peaceful country that we expected, Gandhis expected. Unfortunately, things are worse, and finally India became independent. So most of the people who are moving from India, Pakistan to India, India to Pakistan. So unfortunately, these people lived in tents and temporary shelters. This is a big episode where northwestern India, their communal rights were taking place. Gandhiji, great man, really unhappy with this situation. This man was moving from one place to restore peace in the country, and he went to Bengal and later came to Delhi, and again he used to move from one place to one place, conducting all religious prayers and encouraging Muslims, Hindus to maintain brotherhood and all. Things are good, but it's unfortunately many attempts made against this man, and mad, and that even some of the people who are from Hindu community, like Nadram Godse, who got angry against Gandhi's and his attempts to restore peace. But these people like Hindu Mahasabha and all, and the Nadram Godse was a member in Hindu Mahasabha and would like to go against the Gandhi's ideas. So unfortunately, on for January 3rd, 30th January, unfortunately we lost our great 1948. We lost our great father, great person who got independence, who worked for the independence, who sacrificed his life for the nation. This is a big episode during this period. Unfortunately, India became independent, but there are princely states and provinces. Most of the princely states joined by 1947, but Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir, and Junagadh did not join, and later by police action, Hyderabad and Junagadh also joined. Junagadh plebiscite was conducted, and in Hyderabad police action was taken, and these two also merged. Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir became an important disputed area. But of course, even though we declared it is in one of the states of India, but still they are saying that it's a disputed region. So anyhow, but princes got privy purses. Of course, 1971 privy purses also abolished. What do you mean privy purses? Ex-rulers were given allowances. This is we call privy purses. So this is about the story. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet.